Today's meditation is on 13th chapter, 18th verse. See, last week we did the verse of the 13th chapter, where we did Kshetrajnam chapi mam vitti sarva kshetreshu bharata. What we said was there is one consciousness in all the bodies. In the 18th verse, it gives the description of this consciousness. ज्योतिषामपि तज्ज्योतिः तमसः परमुच्यते ज्ञानं ज्ञेयं ज्ञानगम्यं हृदि सर्वस्य विष्ठितम्. One of the beautiful mantras of Bhagavad Gita. It gives the description of consciousness. What does it say? Description of consciousness means what? You should say, you should think that it is my own description. When you meditate, you should say that is my description of my real nature. It is the light of all lights. Consciousness is the light of all the lights. First point. Second point, it is beyond all darkness. And any knowledge is because of this consciousness. Because consciousness is seated in every body in the intellect. These are the 3 points we should remember from this verse. Very beautiful verse. When we talk about consciousness, the name given to consciousness is Brahman. Aham Brahma Asmi. I am that consciousness principle. I am beyond the darkness of ignorance. Ignorance is only a thought. It is only a covering. What Bhagavad Gita says is, I am beyond ignorance. I am beyond tamoguna, which is what I experience in the sleep state. The tamoguna covers my nature, which is knowledge. I alone exist is the knowledge. Normally, in the external world, to see outside objects and beings, we need an external light. But inside our mind, there are subtle thoughts and emotions. What is the light which is witnessing that or which is illumining the thoughts? It is the light of the soul, it is the light of consciousness which illumines our own mental and intellectual conditions at any given moment. So when you close your eyes in meditation, suddenly if you get a thought, you should ask, who is the witness of this thought? I am the consciousness, which is the witness of the thoughts. Anything in the world can give joy to me only if I am aware of it. If I am not aware of something, it does not give joy to me. What about Atma's joy? The joy of Atma is not conditional to any upadhi. I don't have an instrument called an I. I can still enjoy my nature of happiness. That is what happens in sleep. I experience my own joy born out of Atma. It is the nature. So externally, light and darkness we can separate. But internally, there is only light of consciousness, that is why it is called as absolute light. Beyond this light, there is nothing. Beyond consciousness, there is no world. So this consciousness illumines the darkness in my sleep state, ignorance of the world in the sleep state, and it also illumines the knowledge of the world in the waking and dream. Whenever the knowledge is taking place, there is Triputi involved. Triputi means what? The instrument for the knowledge. Either the eyes are involved, mind is involved. These are the instrument. For the Panchabhutas, for the five sense objects, the five indriyams are there. So whenever we experience the five objects of the world, you must remember it is through the indriyams. That is lower nature. What is higher nature? Without the indriyams and the world, the consciousness, which is behind the indriyams and the world in the waking state and the dream state, I alone can independently exist as this light of all lights. Jyotisham api tad jyotihi refers to the consciousness which is to be claimed as my Swarupa. For a seeker who is searching for who am I? For other people, you can't even explain this verse. This is a very deep verse of the Bhagavad Gita, very, very important verse, and very often quoted by Shankaracharya in his Upanishadic Bhashya. Please close your eyes. Try to sit erect, spine erect, as much as you can. Jyotisham api jyotihi. The light of Atma is the light of consciousness. Unique thing about this light is it is the light of knowledge. I am. I am. The light of knowledge of my existence and consciousness never fades, never extinguishes. Never changes in the three states. In the waking state, I am. I am stands for Chaitanya, Atma. In the dream state, I am. In the sleep state, I am. Nobody can doubt existence oneself. To experience the world of five sense objects, I require the five instruments of knowledge: the eyes, the ears, the skin, the tongue, the nose. These are all upadhi. They can function only in the medium of upahita chaitanyam, pure consciousness. To say I am, I require the mind. To be, I don't require the mind. Bhagavad Gita wants me to realize this nature of truth. In truth, there is no ignorance. The jiva has ignorance because of tamoguna, which covers the nature of Atma. I have to drop the tamoguna aspect of Prakriti and ask the question, who am I? The only answer we will get is, I am the self, pratyagatma, the inner self, which has no birth, which has no death, which has no change. Hence, it is eternal. Aham nityaha. I am of the nature of immortality. Pure light of consciousness. Shuddha Chaitanya. The Bhagavad Gita and Upanishads help me to understand my nature, to transform my convictions about myself and the world. I am the content of the body, the content of the universe, pure consciousness, pure existence. I exist and then the world exists. World appears. World has got two conditions: manifest, unmanifest. Manifest, waking and dream. Unmanifest, in the sleep state. I am changeless, modificationless Atma. With this knowledge, I can abide in my real nature. The world of experiences will come and go as per the law of karma. I am never affected by whatever I experience. That is the truth. I refers to the Atma, the self. Oh, 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 Purnamada, Purnamidam, Purnat, Purnamudachade, Purnasya, Purnamadhaya, Purnameva Vasishyate. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Gently open your eyes.